Laura, I'm assuming you probably didn't remember that I was doing the Wednesday videos from now on. And if you had, then I'm sure you would not have asked the question you did. Because we all know how I love politics. Sarcasm, sarcasm, heavy sarcasm. I really hate politics, and so I really don't feel like answering this question very much, but I do feel like saying, Laura, some of the people that voted against the levy are good people. Actually, probably all of them are fairly decent people. And you can't judge someone by their morality. You can't judge someone's morality by whether they vote yes or no on a sheet of paper. I'm just saying. I don't think that politics really should have such a prominent stand in, like, even like who we go out with or who we decide to marry or whatever is kind of, that factors in. And I don't think it should. I mean, your views are your views and they don't have to be anyone else's. And I think that a lot of people are just really bad with politics and everything, and I think they let politics control their life. And I really hate politics. So I have a just general question. At what point do you conform? And by this I mean, at what point, if you are a person who doesn't usually conform with society, who does what they want to do, what they feel is right, at what point do you conform? At what point are you forced to conform by the rest of society, by your peers, by your superiors even? My brother and I were having this conversation because I was recently called some things that I didn't think were deserved, and he was like, yeah, well, you are one of the few people that have held on as long as you have. Everyone else by now has conformed in some sort of way. And I realized that probably at some point I'm going to conform too. And I wonder when that's going to happen. And it's kind of funny because I say conform like it's death or something, the death of Mackenzie, or at least her personality. So, I guess I really hope that I don't conform with everyone else. I mean, conforming to a certain extent, like not stripping in the middle of public and running down the street bare butt naked. That would be a little bit awkward. But I think that having original ideas is a really positive part of society that every society should have, and I feel like more and more these days there's less diversity and everyone's more the same. And it's not like, oh yeah, it's not even like we have the jocks in the popular group and the emo group. They're all kind of bonding together, like either in fashion or in the way they talk or the things that they do. They all seem to be kind of coinciding in a way. And that scares me a little bit because I feel like I'm getting outside pressure to conform as well. Like, oh, you're the one girl from anime club, so you need to conform. And they actually don't say that, but they're like, oh, she's the one girl from anime club, let's shun her. And it's kind of taken out of context, but I was called a freak for being in anime club, actually. So that was wonderful. I walked in on that in the locker room a while back, so that made me feel all sorts of warm and fuzzy inside. Sarcasm, sarcasm, heavy sarcasm. So yeah, I guess that is all that I have for you guys today. Mara, my question for you, which is kind of a deep question, is at what point do you conform? You being the general term of like all of us. At what point does society conform? At what point are we? Yeah, okay, sorry, that's just one question. I'm just trying to rephrase it so that's easier. Mara, I will see you on Friday.